Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we're here at Brown's Fairfax Nissan in Virginia, and in front of us we have the 2015 Nissan Rogue. This is the SL trim level with all-wheel drive, and according to Nissan it has the highest front headroom in crossovers at this level. And as we walk around here we see Rogue SL all-wheel drive. Now nothing about this really stands out to me. It does look like a lot of other crossovers out there. You know, there's the chrome accents, there's the slope of the roofline, which it shares with many other crossovers of this size and around this size. But let's take a look at a few of the key points that I do like about the Rogue. This will open up by the push of a button or by your remote, but this is one of the cool features that I saw here. What you can do is you can remove these panels and you can hide and divide what you're keeping back here. Let's say you have maybe some groceries, something that you don't want everyone to see. You can actually put it under these boards, or you can remove these boards altogether and put something a lot taller than you would think in this car, or crossover for that matter. And let's remove these to show you. And actually you get a, looks like somebody kept their umbrella inside here. And here's some floor mats. That seems to be kind of linked to a piece back here, so we will not be able to remove it, but you can remove both of these sections here and again put something a lot deeper than you would if you kept these on here. And if you want even more protection, this is a feature that a lot of cars and SUVs have. You can cover your back up here so nobody can actually see. But that divide and hide feature, it's really something that I do like. Again, we can close this here. Now the price of the SL, they begin around $23,040, and of course that can go up with a lot of additional features. Let's take a look in the rear. Let's feel what kind of materials they have. I'm a real stickler for nice soft touch materials. It feels nice. I'm not sure about the pattern they used here in the plastic, trying to mimic maybe carbon fiber or something. It looks a little bit cheapy if you ask me, not my favorite. The stitching here matches everything. No contrasting colors or exciting accents. It just matches and it goes well with the black interior. Here you get some plastic. And of course, I'm not a big fan of plastic on cars, hard plastics on cars at all. But of course, if you're going to be hitting this with your knees and everything, you do want something that will be kind of durable. And again, at the top here you have that as well. Let's see how things feel sitting in the back. Now, first thing I notice here when I get in the back is the seats seem to be a little bit higher than I would think they would be. I thought I would, you know, kind of sit a little bit deeper into the seat when I sat, but it feels like a very not so soft seat. It seems a little bit more more sturdy than I've felt, and it almost feels like memory foam. I'm not gonna say that it is or isn't, but it does feel nice back here. And even though this black leather has been in the sun all day, it does not feel overly hot, which is good. Now, as you can see here, we have a large moonroof sunroof option on this car, and it goes all the way from the front to about where your head would go in the rear, so you get a lot of sun if you really want it. And let's take a look here about what this is. Is this the cup holder? Let's pull this. Let's see, I think we have to do two things at once here. Let's angle the camera. And I think, let's pull and, because I know there is a, cup holder back there, and I'm embarrassing myself not being able to pull that out. But believe me, if you were to read the manual and own this car, it would be a lot easier than I would make it to appear. But of course, if you want to put this all the way down, you can put a set of skis or something very small coming from the trunk here all the way up, or you can put all the seats down, and as you saw back here, you have that hide and divide feature, which allows you to put something even bigger. But if the seats were to go down like so, it would be a much higher level and then immediately descend into a lower level, so you couldn't put a long, tall item, but you could only put a tall kind of, maybe at least to what the space it provides here. So maybe that would be a little bit awkward, and I wish they would bring that hide and divide feature to maybe the back seats, but of course you have to have the seats here to begin with. So let's move up here to the front. Let's check a little bit more of the styling. Fortunately, some more hard plastics. I don't like ever feeling hard plastics on here, but again, I understand why they are here. Let's sit inside. Here we have the infotainment system, and unlike the new Maxima that I recently went into, it is not angled exactly towards the driver, but angled very much in the center between the driver and the passenger. And I actually liked the slight angle that the Maxima had, the 2016 Maxima, and I wish they would do a little bit something here, because while it helped the driver a lot with visibility, it did not hinder the passenger at all, at least in my opinion. Alright, what we have here, two traditional gauges, and in the middle we have an LCD screen that shows you information that you would need for your trip. And it's a little bit smaller. Again, going back to the Maxima, 2016 Maxima, I would say that the LCD screen on that would be wider than here, and of course I would like more screen. More screen the better, I think, for everyone. I think everyone would probably agree, because this one isn't really hurt by any glare. It's a very sunny day and I can see this at a lot of angles, so I wouldn't worry about that. At the bottom here you can see that there is an eco button, so if you want to drive a little bit better to conserve some gas and help the environment, you can always press that. And you also do have a sport button a little bit higher here. You can turn on and lock the all-wheel drive, and it has another button here to help you out if you are on a steep incline. Here are your quick access buttons on the steering wheel. Traditional steering wheel, okay thickness with some bolstering here for where you would hold it. So while the entire steering wheel is not entirely as thick as I would like it, the bolstering here does help, but unfortunately no bolstering here on the bottom, which I would think there should be something here and here as well. And the leather feels okay, but it kind of already feels a little bit worn up here. I would prefer all of the leather to feel, you know, kind of having that little bumpiness. This one looks already very smooth, as if it were used already. Let's take a look at all the space we have up here. Here you can put your keys. It's nice and rubberized so things won't fall. You can put your smartphone or iPod. You do have a USB and auxiliary connector next to your cigarette lighter, which of course now charges all of your smart devices. Two recessed cup holders, again very plasticky. These ones should fit all your normal cups and possibly even your big gulps for your 7-Eleven fans. And you do have seat heaters, not seat coolers. On a day like this, I wish it had seat coolers, but unfortunately not. And of course you have another little pocket here with rubberized bumps on the bottom to put your, I would say this would be where your cell phone goes. Let's take a look at the armrest and see what you have. Now this does have a separator, which the 2016 Maxima does not have. And that's great for me because I'm very messy, or I can be very messy. So what you have here is you can put change and stuff on the very top. You can close that, and let's figure out how to open up the second part. There we go. And you have your deep recess where you can put all the rest of your stuff. And I do appreciate the separation because again, I can be a very messy person, and that would be all globbed together in one pile. Let's take a look at the glove compartment, where you can see the manual and some information on the car, which we'll take a look at right now. And in this case, no separation, just all one big space to put your mess of stuff that you will be putting in this car. I'm not sure what I would put in here now. No maps anymore. Probably a lot of cables to charge my equipment. But let's take a look at all the pertinent information that we can get from here. Again, this is the 2015 Rogue SL all-wheel drive. The options included by manufacturer are splash guards, rear bumper protector, roof rails, crossbars, floor mats, retractable cargo cover, auto-dimming inside mirror, SL premium package, which includes power panoramic moonroof, as we looked at earlier, LED headlights, blind spot warning, lane departure warning, forward collision warning, and moving object warning. You can see how much those cost in addition to the price here, $29,630. So this one here that we've been looking at ends up being $33,880. It has a fuel economy of combined 28 miles per gallon. That's 25 city, 32 highway, and the annual fuel cost would be $1,900. And if you want to look at all of that information here, you can go to fueleconomy.gov. And if you want to take a look at all of the standard stuff that's included, you can actually pause this video and go down the list if you so choose. So let's put this back in here. So all around, it's a traditional crossover. I would say nothing really stands out to me and really calls it unique. As you can see here is that headroom that I spoke of earlier. Now with any moonroof, sunroof, it will lower it just a little bit, but I didn't hit my head. But then again, I'm not that tall, 5'9", so I didn't really have any problem, and I don't really have problems with my headrest. But it's good if you are a taller person looking for a smaller crossover. This does have the highest headroom in its class, according to Nissan. And as we can take a look here, you do have your roof rack, even with that panoramic moonroof. So again, all in all, I would say it's a very competent, small crossover, but nothing screams, something that would be exclusive to this car, that something, else another manufacturer wouldn't provide in theirs. The accents and the styling are maybe a little bit aggressive, and I would say that this is very much shared with the new Maxima, but again, it's not, the lines aren't as aggressive as the new Maxima. And I know I'm comparing it a lot to that car, but that car is one of my favorite new cars for 2016, and I know it's a redesign, but I think that DNA could carry over very well to the rest of the Nissan fleet of vehicles, and I would like to see that too. Alright, so this has been Matt. We've been here at Brown's Nissan in Fairfax, Virginia. If you need help with anything here, you can always see Joseph Simek, and the phone number here is 703-591-8009. Anyone here can help you out, and they've been very kind to let me film here on their location. Again, we've been looking at the 2015 Nissan Rogue SL all-wheel drive. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.